Questions 11 through 20 on the 2014 Grade 9 Pascal Math Contest. Two cubes are stacked as shown. The faces of each cube are labeled with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 dots. A total of 5 faces are shown. What is the total number of dots on the other 7 faces of the two cubes? The first cube will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and of course the second cube has the same numbers. Same number of dots, right? Well, the 5 faces that they've showed us on the first die that's sitting on the top is showing 1, 4, and 5. And on the dice that is sitting on the bottom, they're showing 6 and 2. So those ones I've circled to illustrate that the other guys are the ones that they want us to add up. So they want us to add up these ones here. So when you do that, you get 2 plus 3 plus 6 plus 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So when you do that math, you get 24. And number 11, therefore, is E. Strips are made up of identical copies of that box. Each of those boxes has a length of 2/3. Which strip has a length of 4? So 2/3 times a certain number of those boxes will equal 4. And this is the equation we have to solve. So that means x is equal to 4 times 3 divided by 2. So that's going to be 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So 6 of these boxes, since each has a length of 2/3, will equal 4. So which one has 6 boxes? It's choice A for number 12. In the subtraction shown, x and y are digits. What is the value of x plus y? We have 1x, 2, and then we have minus 8y. So if we just look at this first column, we have 2 minus y is equal to 5, since it results in 45. Well, obviously this isn't going to work, so there's obviously been a carry. So when you carry the 1, it becomes a 12. So 12 minus y is 5. So that means y must be 7. Now we look at the remainder of the question, which is basically that guy, which is 10 plus x, but we carried, remember, to get the 12, so we had to take away 1 from that x, and then you subtracted 8 from it to get a 4. So if you do this math, you get that x is equal to 3. And that's it. So now we just have to find x plus y, and x plus y is 3 plus 7, which is 10. So number 13, the answer is C. And you can, of course, go back and verify with our values 1, 3, 2, minus 8, 7, and that is indeed 45. If x is equal to 2y and y does not equal 0, then x plus 2y minus 2x plus y equals x plus 2y minus 2x plus y. Well, we can substitute x equals 2y, so that makes it 2y plus 2y. And then 2x, well, x is 2y, so that's going to be 4y plus y. So this is 4y minus 5y, and that is just negative y. So number 14, the answer is B. In triangle PQR, RPQ is 90 degrees, and S is on PQ. If SQ is 14 and SP is 18, SR is 30, then the area of triangle QRS is. QRS is this guy right here. So just be careful, you read the question carefully and don't calculate that whole triangle. Okay, well, QRS that area will be 1/2 base times height. The base, I can use that guy, which is 14. And the height, I can use the top to bottom distance right there, which is RP. But RP, I don't know what it is yet, so I have to calculate it. RP can be easily calculated using Pythagoras. RP squared plus 18 squared is equal to 30 squared. If you look at this triangle right here and use Pythagoras. So that means RP squared, if you do that math, is going to be 24 squared, and then RP will be 24. So that's it. So we'll just go back and plug it in here. We got 14, and then RP is 24. So this looks like 7 times 24, which is 168. So number 15, the answer is B. In the 4x4 grid, each of the 4 symbols has a different value. The sum of the values of the symbols in each row is given to the right of that row. What is the value of that star? All right, let's work through each row one at a time, starting with the first one. That one tells me that 2 of these hearts plus 2 of these whatever triangles is 26. So that means 1 heart plus 1 triangle is 13. And then the next row tells me that 4 of those triangles is 24. So that means 1 triangle is 6. Substitute that back into here, and we get heart plus 6 is equal to 13, and therefore heart is equal to 7. Now I will concentrate on the last row. That tells me that 2 squares plus a heart, which is 7, plus a triangle, which is 6, is equal to 33. So 2 squares plus 13 is equal to 33. So 2 squares is equal to 20, and therefore 1 square is 10. And now finally, we can figure out what they want us to figure out using that third row. And that one gives you a square, which is 10, plus 2 of these diamonds, plus a heart, which is 7, is 27. So doing that math, we get 2 diamonds is equal to 10, and therefore 1 diamond is 5. And that's it. So number 16, the answer is A. A cube has edge length of 30. A rectangular solid has edge lengths 20, 30, and L. If the cube and the rectangular solid have equal surface areas, what is the value of L? The cube has a surface area of 6 times the area of one of its faces, which would be 30 times 30. So that's the surface area of the cube. The surface area of that solid is going to be 2 times, let's label this a little bit, L, 30, 20, just makes it a little bit easier to understand. 2 times L times 30 plus 2 times 30 times 20 plus 2 times L times 20. So this is 60L plus 1200 plus 40L. Well, this apparently is equal to that. They tell me that they have equal surface areas. So equate them. And this side here, that's 6 times 30 times 30 is 5400. And then this side becomes 100L plus 1200. And bring the 1200 over and you get 4200 is 100L. And therefore L is equal to 42. So number 17, the answer is C. How many pairs of positive integers have the property that x over 4 equals the ratio 9 over y? X over 4 is equal to 9 over y. So cross multiply and you get xy is equal to 36. So we have to basically find what pairs give you a product of 36. And those two numbers, of course, have to be both integers. Well, let's see. 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9. 5 won't give you an integer, neither will, well, 6 will. 6 will give you, 7 and 8 won't, but 9, well, at this point it's just reversals of what I've already written. 18, 2, 36, and 1. So how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 18, therefore, is D. On each spin of the spinner shown, the arrow is equally likely to stop on any one of those 4 numbers. Deanna spins the arrow on the spinner twice. She multiplies together the 2 numbers on which the arrow stops. Which product is most likely to occur? Well, the first time you spin it, it's got to have any of those 4 numbers, and the second time you spin it, again, it's going to have any of those 4 numbers. So there's a total of 4 times 4, 16 possible outcomes in terms of the 2 numbers that will result. So since there's 16, which isn't really that many, I can write them all out. So the first one, 1, 1, 1, then 1, 2, 3, 4. If the first time it lands on 2, the next time it could land on 1, 2, 3, 4. And similarly, right? 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last one is 4, 4, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the outcomes, 16 of them. Now what I'm going to do is for each, write the product, because we're multiplying those 2 numbers and then looking at what do we get. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 3, 6, 9, 12, 4, 8, 12, and 16. Now, of these products, they're saying which one is the most common. Well, looking through this list, it looks like 4 appears 3 times, and I don't think any other product appears 3 times. A lot of them appear twice, but I think 4 is the only one that appears 3 times. So that's the one that's the product that's most likely to occur. So number 19, the answer is 4, which is B. In the diagram, line segment PS has length 4. Points Q and R are on line segment PS. 4 semicircles are drawn on the same side of PS. The diameters of these semicircles are PS, PQ, QR, and RS. The region inside the largest semicircle and outside the 3 smaller semicircles is shaded. What is the area of a square whose perimeter equals the perimeter of the shaded region? So the first thing we need to do is figure out what is the perimeter of that shaded region. Well, it's going to be that plus these perimeters right here. So the perimeter of the big semicircle plus the perimeter of the 3 smaller semicircles. First, let's figure out this perimeter of the big semicircle. That one is just the circumference of the circle divided by 2. Circumference of a circle is given by the formula pi times diameter. And the diameter for that big circle is the distance from there to there, which they told me in the question is 4. So pi times 4 divided by 2, which is 2 pi. So that takes care of this part of the perimeter of the shaded region. Now let's concentrate on just this guy. But before I do, I'm going to label these. Actually, you know what? I don't really need to. I don't want to introduce any additional variables. Let's just concentrate on that part of the perimeter. Well, that part is going to be, again, the circumference of that circle, or that semicircle, but it's circumference divided by 2. It's the circumference of the circle divided by 2. Circumference, again, is pi times diameter, but the diameter in this case is PQ. So that's it. Now let's calculate this one in a very similar way. That's also half the circumference, and the circumference is pi times diameter. The diameter in that case is QR. And then the last one, which is this one, identical. It's half the diameter, half the circumference of that circle, and the circumference is pi times the diameter, which is RS. All right. So now what I'm going to do is add these three. It's pi over 2, if you factor it out, plus PQ plus QR plus RS. Correct? Well, PQ plus QR plus RS is 4. And that is like that. So easily we can put that 4 in to replace all of those letters. And then pi over 2 times 4 is just 2 pi. So there we go. We've got this segment, and then we've got the total of those segments. And they were 2 pi plus 2 pi. So the total perimeter, P, is equal to 4 pi. Now what they're saying is that they have some sort of a square, and that square has also the perimeter 4 pi. It says the same perimeter. Perimeter equals the perimeter of the shaded region. So if the perimeter of the square is 4 pi, that means each side is pi. And then finally, they want you to figure out what is the area of that square. Well, the area of that square would be pi squared. Pi times pi. And number 20, therefore, is C.